I'm excited to announce the opening of a new Facebook community for the Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life podcast. And this is to get a group of like minded individuals to get together, to push themselves, to actually hold each other accountable, and to level up their lives. I talk about making a positive impact in the world, and this is how I'm hoping to do that. So if you're interested in joining, jump on Facebook, look for Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life, and see if you can join the group. Otherwise, drop me a DM on Instagram at just.live.coaching and I'll send you the link. We believe that improving ourselves means we have to challenge ourselves, we have to take on more, we have to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. But that's not true. Welcome to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. This is a podcast that helps empower you to start taking back control of your life, to unlock your full potential and to become the best version of yourself. I'm Sanjay, and today we're talking about why improving yourself is not about doing more things. It's about doing less to become better. How many times have you fallen into this trap, believing that actually, if you want to improve yourself, you have to take on more, you have to take on more work, you have to take on more hobbies, you have to do something extra to fit it in your life. You have to become busier to become better. We believe that because we live in a world that glorifies busyness. We live in a society that ingrains in us the belief that when we do more, it means we're making progress. It is a lie. And if you're believing that and you're actually doing it, what you will find is you don't improve as much as you could. You do not improve as much as you are able to. We're living in a world now where we're drowning in tasks. How many times do you look at your to-do list and just think, oh my gosh, I've got so much to do, and you feel overwhelmed, you feel overworked, you feel stressed. And this is a problem. We believe this myth of doing more equals progress, and it doesn't. What we need to do is we need to actually take a step back from this and actually question these myths, these things that society make us believe, or we believe. Whether or not it's society, we need to question our beliefs, the things that happen around us. Don't just blindly go along with it. I used to do it. I used to think that if I wanted to improve, I needed to do more things. I needed to constantly be filling my day to the brim and not have any time to myself. But the truth is, this actually has a negative impact on us. When we're there at the buffet trying to overload our plates with all these tasks, all these things we need to add to our to-do list, the higher we pile our plates, the more we try to get done and think that we're getting more value. The reality is it doesn't help us. It actually often leads to burnout. It leads to stress and loss of focus. Because what happens is you have too much to focus on. You don't know what to focus on. So when you're there multitasking, trying to add more to your day, it can actually reduce your productivity by up to 40%. When you're there thinking, oh yeah, I need to do X, Y, and Z, you could be actually doing these things and doing them over 3 hours, where if you're doing them one at a time, it could just take you 1.5 hours. You could be slowing yourself down by multitasking. And not just multitasking, even just thinking of all the things you need to do. As I said, it can become overwhelming and cause you stress, which then will mean that you just don't know where to start. You will just end up getting paralysis by analysis, which is where there's so many things to do, you don't know where to begin, and so you just end up doing nothing. And what is likely to happen is you will start procrastinating. So what you need to do if you really want to actually improve yourself is you need to learn to say no. You need to say no because you can then focus. The path to improvement actually involves the art of subtraction, not addition. When you take this path, when you want to improve, you need to learn to say no. No should become your default answer. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. So if you want to actually improve yourself, make sure that you become comfortable with saying that 2-letter word. Get comfortable with actually putting it out there, saying no. People may get upset the first time you say it. People may get a bit funny with you because they're not used to you setting that boundary. But if you want to improve yourself, this is one boundary you will need to put up. And actually, over 80% of successful people attribute their success to saying no to unimportant tasks. So you need to learn when to say no, where to say no. And here are 5 ways to say no to things if you want to improve yourself, because let's get practical. It's difficult to say no, but you need to know the right things where you can use that word, the right ways to use it. Say no to perfectionism, because perfectionism is the enemy of progress. Instead of obsessing over every single detail, focus on the bigger picture. When you start focusing on perfection, it can end up just holding you back. It could hold you in place for years and years and years, if not forever. You may never release that podcast. You may never release that artwork. You may never share your music, because perfect is in the eye of the beholder. So when you actually wait for perfection, what's perfect to you will not be perfect to someone else. So say no to perfectionism. Perfectionism is something where you just hold yourself back and can be used as an excuse. Learn to say no to overcommitting. As it is, in today's world, our plates are already full. So say no to overcommitting yourself. It allows you to give yourself the best of what truly matters, your time. When you actually start to say no to things that will overcommit you, you gain back some of that time. You gain back some of that mental space. You gain back some of your you time, and it shows that you're making yourself a priority as well. It means that you can focus on things where you actually want to focus on. You're not saying yes for the sake of it. As I said, make no your default answer. Start saying no to negative influences. When you have negative influences around you, it can derail your journey to improving yourself. Because when you start saying yes to them, it means that you're allowing the things in. You may be allowing toxic relationships in. You may be allowing bad news, bad information into your mind, which your mind will focus on. And if you're trying to improve yourself, that will not help you on your journey. All it will do is drain your energy. So learn to say no to those negative influences. Be careful of what you feed your mind. The next thing, this one is an absolute game changer, but it takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of self-control and a lot of self-awareness. Say no to mindless distractions, scrolling on social media, just doing things for the sake of it. Those Netflix binges if you don't want to. Don't do things for the sake of doing it. They're silent thieves of your time. So say no so you can reclaim your focus. The average person spends over 2 hours a day on social media. Can you imagine what you could manage in a year if you used that time elsewhere? Over 700 hours, putting it to something productive a day, what could you achieve in 2024? And the final thing you can do to improve yourself is to say no to self-doubt. This is the most important one to say no to. Say no to self-doubt. It's time that you actually believed in your potential. It's time you believed in your capabilities. It's time that you built up that self-confidence and that belief that you can achieve whatever you want to do. Remember, 85% of what we worry about never even happens. So say no to self-doubt. Start believing in yourself. Start knowing that what you want to do, you have the potential to make it come true. So remember, improvement is not about doing more. It's about doing less, and it's about doing the things that truly matter. It's about being able to focus on the things that's going to move the needle in your life, the things that are going to get you to where you want to be, that are going to get you living the life you want to live. The power of saying no actually lies in its ability to create space for you so you can focus yourself, so you can actually focus on improvement. So it's time to curate your life deliberately. Start taking back control. Start saying no. If you want to improve, get used to being uncomfortable saying that word. So say no to the unnecessary and watch the magic of improvement unfold before you. You've got a year. Imagine what you'd do if you look back a year from now and say, I managed to spend 1 year improving myself. So thank you for joining me today. And if you enjoyed this episode and have got something from it, please let me know. Leave a comment, drop me a DM on my Instagram at just.live.coaching, or check out my Facebook group community called Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life Community. My mission in 2024 is to make a positive impact on the world, and I sincerely hope that you can help me do this by liking, by following, and sharing podcasts with others. Remember, your mindset, it shapes your reality. When you master it, you will master your life. Thank you.